Do not look for a sudden stampede in Washington to apply standards of decency or even privacy rights when it comes to the murky world of political attack ads. The same people who brought you the Swift Boat Veterans for Truth now under fire for having used the wedding photo of a same-sex couple in an advertisement on the internet. This gets trickier. It's not really an ad against gay marriage per se. It's an ad against the AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons, because the AARP is opposing the president's plan to privatize parts of Social Security. If you think you're confused by that, consider Richard M. Raymond and Stephen P. Hansen of Portland, Oregon. When they saw their wedding photo, that's them on the right there, in a USA Next internet ad, they hired a lawyer. He fired off a letter to the Republican lobbying group, USA Next, demanding that the organization stop using the photo and to publicly apologize to the couple for using their image in what they called a homophobic and libelous way. Quote, "In your hateful attempt to attack the AARP, you have subjected our clients to nationwide ridicule and harassment and have used a photo showing a celebration of their commitment to one another in a demeaning, mean-spirited way. USA Next has no right to use our clients as targets for those who choose homophobia as the weapon of choice." The USA Next spokesman called this issue, quote, "a tempest in a teapot." He did not indicate whether or not his organization's next attack ad would protest tempests being in teapots. For more on all this, I'm joined by the attorney for Richard Raymond and Stephen Hansen, Christopher Wolf. Mr. Wolf, good evening. Thank you for your time.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
So your clients had no idea this was happening? Somebody just saw it on the internet?
This came as a shot out of the blue when USA Next decided to engage in basically a hit-and-run homophobic ad campaign against the AARP, which is illogical in any event. They also collided directly with our clients' legal rights. They had no right to use their image. As any advertiser knows, you have to have a copyright and you have to have a model release. And in terms of my clients, they certainly didn't have a model release, and we understand they also didn't get permission from the copyright holder.
Obviously, from the statement of yours that I just read, Mr. Hansen and Mr. Raymond are particularly upset that their picture wound up in that ad for that purpose. But would there still be an issue here if the picture had wound up in an internet ad for, you know, Steve's Tuxedos of Abilene, Texas?
I tell you, my clients are very private people. They went out into public, as you must when you get married. Everyone goes into public. Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles will be going into public to get married, and they had their picture taken. And then they return to their private lives. They have no desire to be in any advertising campaign, much less this mean-spirited, hateful, homophobic campaign, which apparently accepted the invitation of those who think that gays are now prime targets in open season because of the call for the gay marriage amendment.
To some degree, do you think we are, or you are even perpetuating and extending the USA Next reach against the AARP by making a big deal out of this? Are we giving them free advertising?
Well, you know, there's an old adage in the law: you take your victims as you find them. What USA Next did, they knew had consequences, which included widespread publicity on the web and on network news, which happened long before we wrote our letter. We wrote our letter trying to get their assurance that they would not use the ad any further. And that they would apologize. They did not meet our deadline for a response, which we take as a pound sand response.
So other than telling you to do that, is there anything next legally? What are you going to seek from them at this point?
Well, we're certainly investigating all of the legal remedies. There's an invasion of privacy that's occurred here. Our client's right to publicity has been violated. They've been libeled. There was an intentional infliction of emotional distress. I can go on and on with the legalese, but the point is they've been severely injured in this ad campaign, and they have rights to vindicate.
Christopher Wolf suing the lobbyist group USA Next for using the photo of his clients, Mr. Hansen and Mr. Raymond, in its anti-AARP ad. Thank you again for your time tonight, sir.
Happy to be here. Thank you.